In a sense,
It
that's like
depends.
Resident Evil 6, you know? Or even Resident Evil 5, because like you had different characters that you could play as, yes, but they all had like basically the same control, but the weaponry was different and handled differently. Like one guy you actually had to do more stealth base. One was fully action, the other one was like kind of a weird mix.
Right.
Like I don't know if that was one you ever played.
Resident Evil 5 was the first Resident Evil I actually played through.
Okay.
And man, I got a whole story behind that one, because like that whole night of going to rent Resident Evil 5 was
Probably a nightmare.
no, it was just like the story I have is like something I would say like if I was on stage at a comedy show, and it's like, okay, so, you know, what's your bit, and it's like, oh, this is a true story. Like I just fucking tell that, because it's like it was that like crazy. Essentially, there was Blockbuster in my hometown and the town next over.
Okay.
And my buddy and his friend were hanging, and they were like, hey, we want to go get this game. The one Blockbuster the next town over has one. They have one left. Let's go check and get it before it's like gone, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, I'm assuming you already checked the one that's in our hometown, and that's why you're saying we have to go to the next town over.
Oh, Jesus.
We go there. On the way there, I get pulled over and accused by police that I threw a cigarette out my window. And
Hey, I've had that happen.
I had nothing. So I was just like, you know what? I don't give a crap. You want to go through my car? I got nothing to hide. There's literally nothing in here, okay? Worst you'll find is a soda can, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no cigarettes. I don't smoke. These guys don't smoke. None of us smoke. So I know that whatever you think is going on isn't what's going on.
Yeah.
But they rushed me so much to get out the door to go do this that I forgot my license. So then they were all like, oh, hey, well, you know, who are you? And I'm telling them, well, I'm a student and I go to this high school, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, yeah, well, you're not coming up in our records. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I am who this name
I'm
is.
who
like,
I state, like.
Yeah. And so
Oh, shit, missed.
the other cop is then talking to my buddy on the passenger side, and then they're doing the whole thing like, hey, he's talking to him, you know, you can talk to me kind of thing. Like, I can't, like, you know, almost like we're being interrogated.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was just like, so then they got us out, and then my buddy, Joey, was getting pat down,
Mm-hmm.
and he would basically just like, be gentle when the cop got to around his butt area. And I'm like, dude,
I'm sensitive there. I
reason.
might giggle.
Like, stop saying stuff that might get me. I'm the one who was driving. Like, if I'm most likely the one that's probably going to be in trouble here. You guys are all just, you know, are along for the ride and having fun with it.
Yeah.
And then, and then my other friend noticed that the other cop that was talking to the passenger side, he was looking at him, and realized he was trying to see where he was looking, because my friend wasn't paying attention. He was just kind of like looking off, like
Just doing whatever.
anywhere, like
Yeah.
not paying attention. But he noticed the cop was looking at where he was looking, like it mattered, like maybe he'll look where the stash is. And so then he starts like, you know, pointing, hey, under there. He starts like pointing and gesturing like under the seat, and he goes looking under the seat, and there's nothing there. And the cop's like, there's nothing there. What He's like, no, I just noticed you hadn't checked there yet. I was helping you. You know?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, like both of them. I bring these guys along, and they're both just messing with the police. But finally, the cop that was interrogating me on my side finds my high school like schedule
Mm-hmm.
with my name and everything that I gave him.
Yeah.
And then he lets me off with the warning, and he's like, oh. I'm like, so nothing even came of it.
Jesus.
And then we get all the way to the Blockbuster the next town over, and that extra copy that they wanted to get is gone. So we missed it.
Yeah.
And their first response, the first thing they say is, well, let's go check the one in our hometown.
Oh, my word.
They didn't even check it, and we call over there. They had 9 copies of the game. So we didn't even have to go the next town over to get like pulled over by the cops. None of that. It was all just bullcrap. so like the adventure to go get this Resident Evil 5 has been basically like living rent free in my head for the last like 15 years. Because it's just one of those things like you think you'd like watch it off of like Grandma's Boy or something, you know,
Yeah.
like some comedy movie where it's like, yeah, this is the bit, you know, this is what's going.
This is what's happening.
And,
this is what's gonna be funny.
And so it's just like I can't believe this went down this way. And then overall, like I didn't think the game was too scary. Like
No,
I
oh
felt like
god,
the game
no.
was
Resident
fine.
Evil 5 was pure action. It was garbage. That was not one I enjoyed.
Because like every other Resident Evil was like really dusky, dank, dark kind of like setting of like, hey, we're in a really dark, creepy place.
You die.
You know, just anything creepy. And then like Resident Evil 5 is like, hey, it's broad daylight out.
Yeah, it wasn't scary. That's when they switched over to. I mean, who punches a boulder?
I don't know.
Chris Redfield.
Didn't Wesker like come like out of a volcano to attack a helicopter?
Yes, like it was over the top action. It just was not. It wasn't Resident Evil, but that's the way the market started rolling, dude. Like everybody wanted more action-oriented games for some reason. It was like, no.
I think people should just make the games they want to make and stop trying to cater, because when you pander, it's like we can tell you're trying to pander.
Yeah. Oh
So-
shit! I'm shooting the wall, not the.
That was 3 wasted arrows on that wall.
That's fine. I still got 5 to spare.
Yeah, I heard Resident Evil 6 got even more ridiculous
Oh
with
god,
stuff.
it was that I own that one. Leon's is the only one in my eyes to play. Like his like mission, that's it. I wouldn't play any of the other like Jake's was terrible.
Oh, there's a character named Jake now? I feel special.
Yeah. Thank you for playing me. Yeah. Fucking Leon.
So apparently, like, okay, I can't remember if I told you about like these emotes, why the faces look all weird.
You didn't.
Did I tell you?
I got the fucking pen. Oh, I gotta leave. No, you didn't tell me anything about them. We just found them and we were both cracking up, and I was like, yes, let's do it.
So, if my memory serves me right.
Oh, I already got them. Okay.
So these are like drawn, obviously, like they look like someone like sketched them or something.
Mm-hmm.
But there was like this guy, he was like messing with the settings of like Resident Evil, and like they like got into the game, they hacked into the game, and they were tweaking all sorts of stuff. And I
Okay.
believe what they did is they tweaked the option for facial expressions
Nice.
to be like pushed to a limit. Like it's basically like your facial expression setting is like too high.
Okay.
And it was causing all of the faces of all the characters during cutscenes to just be really messed up and cursed like some of these. Like that's why you look at the one where he's like this one, he's like creeping around the corner.
Yeah.
It's like you can see his gums like popping out and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that like, and then I guess like that just memed so hard where people started like actually sketching out certain like scenes. And yeah, so like when I was looking, I was like, oh well, like
These are hilarious. that's kind of where I was at with it. Was like, these are fucking great.
Oh, I get comments for them all the time. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
using your Leon ones.
Oh yeah, I've been using them too. But one of my